This is the best looking 7-seater MPV that you can buy in the Kenyan market. Today we are here to talk about this 2018 Toyota Voxy, of which it is a very practical MPV for the Kenyan market. There is no other car that can rival this apart from another Toyota, and that is the Toyota Noah. That one is very more popular, but personally I like that Toyota Voxy because of its looks. It's a bit different in terms of design, but mechanically it is one and the other. So you can opt for a Toyota Voxy or you can go for Toyota Noah, but keep in mind that whichever you buy, mechanically you're buying the same car. Now this 2018 unit is powered by a 2-liter petrol engine, which gives you some very good 151 horsepower, 192 Newton meters of torque, which is enough power to push this car through the Kenyan roads with ease. Now the 2-liter petrol engine gives you some decent fuel economy. You get an average of 14 to 15 kilometers per liter, but that majorly depends on the driving location, your driving style, and the amount of load that you are carrying. Now if you want a better fuel economy, you can go for the 2-liter hybrid, which is actually pretty good. It gives you some decent fuel economy, but if you want something that is not complicated in terms of servicing and reliability, you can go for the non-hybrid Toyota Noah or Toyota Voxy. In terms of pricing, I think it's very reasonable. These cars, the asking price starts from as low as 2.5 million shillings to as high as 3 million shillings if you go for the WXB trim. If you have a family of more than 7 people or more than 5 people and you are looking to move them across the country, this being the festive season, the new year is also beginning, a lot of people are moving around, Toyota Noah, Toyota Voxy, or MPVs in general could be the best for that kind of work. So today we have this 2018 Toyota Voxy. Apart from the Voxy, we have Toyota Noah, of which it is the chief rival to the Voxy. We have one here, which is fully loaded. As you can see, this one has a lot of chrome finishing in it. It looks absolutely amazing with some fog lights on the lower section. There is this one here. This is the 2017 model. This one is not fully loaded. As you can see, there is no fog lights on this. The grill is almost the same, everything is the same, the headlights, but of course you'll get some different bits here and there. If you don't like this, maybe you can try out the hybrid, which is on the further side. That is a Noah hybrid. That one can give you some excellent fuel economy, up to 20 kilometers per liter. So for now you can go for the Noah hybrid, Noah non-hybrid, another Noah non-hybrid, Noah non-hybrid, and if you don't like the Noah, you can just stay with the Toyota Voxy. The price range is the same for all the cars. Now, the 2-liter engine sends the power via a CVT transmission through the front wheels, but of course you have an optional all-wheel drive, of which that one is better suited for the Kenyan roads. But in terms of fuel economy, it will consume a bit more of fuel as compared to the 2-wheel drive. So it's up to you to decide which kind of powertrain do you need. If you need the 2-wheel drive, it is suited for the highways, roads which are perfectly made, or Kenyan roads which are not very bad. But if you live in the up country where the roads are a bit challenging and all that, 4-wheel drive would be a better option. The fuel economy is where the problem will come in, but if you think about it clearly, a 4-wheel drive would be a better option. The main difference between a Toyota Voxy and a Toyota Noah is only the looks. The interior is similar, it's one and the other, just like the Toyota Premio and the Toyota Allion. All of these cars look the same. Same size wheels, same size suspension system, same type of headlights, but for the Noah it's a bit, it has some fancy finishing. But if you look at the interior, there will be no much difference at all. Yeah, starting from the door, it is the same door. And the interior, the clusters and all that, everything is the same. Sliding doors, everything is the same. So it's up to you to decide which one you go, but at times the Toyota Noah tends to be a bit expensive as compared to a Toyota Voxy. So in that case, we'll jump into the review and see what are some of the things that you get in these units. Before we jump in, kindly go through my TikTok page, follow me on my Facebook page, Wadeke Auto Trading, and also we have a website, Wadeke Auto Trading. You can go check out some of the cars that we've listed there. If you like it, hit me up. If you need more information, kindly text me on WhatsApp. I'll provide more details about all these cars. Now from the front you have this typical design of a Toyota Noah and Toyota Voxy. You have a short nose here. The engine sits in, but it kind of pushes to the back side to ensure that the engine sits above the exhaust over there. Now on the front side you have daytime running lights on the top side because we have a split configuration on the headlights. So right here you have your daytime running lights. In the Toyota Noah also it has the same thing. On the lower side, on the lower section, you have two projector headlights and your turn signals on the edge. As you move to the lower side, that's where you meet your fog lights, which is actually pretty good. Now, because this one is kitted, you have some extended body kit on the front side, a little bit of chrome, at least to make the car beautiful. All across the grille, there's so many chrome finishing, at least to bring out the aesthetic value of the car. So those are some of the things that actually make this car look very, very beautiful. On the side, this is the looks that you get. Very clean design. I love the boxy shape. It's actually pretty good. Now on the tires that you have here, we have these 16-inch Toyota tires with 16-inch machine cut alloys for the higher trims, because this one has some nice alloys. Solid brake discs over there. You have the McPherson strut suspension with coil and springs. Toyota is still using this type of suspension to minimize on the cost, and also it's quite efficient for cars like this. Good for handling, good for the Kenyan roads, and also if you need to replace them, it is cost effective. You won't be charged a lot of money to replace the suspensions, unlike the double wishbone suspensions, which are a bit more expensive, and also the air suspensions are a bit expensive. So the most practical suspension type to use in cars like this is the McPherson strut suspensions. Now on the lower side, if you look at this car clearly, you'll notice that these added side skirts over here. This is added for aesthetics. It doesn't help in any way. It even kind of compromises on the ground clearance. The standard ground clearance on this car is 14 centimeters. That is 14 millimeters of ground clearance, which is suited for the Kenyan highways. For the Kenyan back roads or barabaras of Shago, the 14 centimeters is a bit of a challenge, especially for cars with these body kits. You have to be a good driver to maneuver through the Kenyan roads to ensure that you don't damage the underbody of the vehicle. So what I can say is for 14 centimeters it is adequate for the Kenyan highways, but for the Kenyan back roads you have to be very, very careful. But if you need a better ground clearance, you might have to tweak the suspension system or use some large tires, or maybe even go for the spacers, even though the spacers are not very recommended, but they'll do the job pretty well. On the doors you have these chrome plated door handles over there. When you see this stuff over here, it shows you that the door is actually what do you call it, keyless. Yeah, as soon as you have the key in close proximity, you can actually access the interior of this car without needing to physically press the keys. On the side mirrors also chrome finishing on the top side, LED turn signals, no 360-degree view on the car because this is not the highest level. On the sides also you have sliding doors. As soon as you pull that, the door will slide all the way to the back side. Now this being an MPV, you have 5 doors, 2 swing doors on the front, 2 sliding doors on the middle of the car, and you have a third or a boot which swings to the top side. So the doors are quite convenient. You can enter the car from this side and leave on the other side, or from whatever direction, especially if you're parked in a tight place. Getting out of the car is very, very easy. It's actually very, very convenient. From the back side, this is what you get: a nice looking design, beautiful finish. On the lower side, the added body kits on the back, on the sides of the car, kind of extends all the way to the rear bumper of this vehicle. As you can see, it looks a bit different from the standard ones. It kind of has some beautiful edges over there, and of course the reflectors here, because of the body kit, are a bit different. Even though the body kit are added by Toyota, it at times changes the outlook of the car and it makes it look more appealing. On the top side, for the standard cars, no spoilers, but for this unit you have your spoiler over there, wiper for the back side, nice looking taillights over here which are actually pretty good. A lot of chrome on the back side. Yeah, we've associated chrome with the luxury, so some of the cars are just using them. At times it's even paint, it's not, or just some coating to ensure that the car looks good. So you have your Voxy lettering at the back instead of the Toyota emblem, so they've decided to use both of them. So it's a Voxy and the emblem is located there. Reversing camera is here. You can open the back, the boot, using this button over here, which is actually pretty good. So you can open to reveal this space here, which is it's not the largest, but For a 7-seater, it is understandable. Most of the space has been taken by the third row seats, but you can fold them to add some space, but according to me, it's not very convenient. So this is a car meant for passenger and not luggage. Now let us talk about the interior of the car, and before we check out the interior, of course, we have to talk about the door. So the door is a bit large or tall because it covers a large area from the lower side all the way to the top side. The entire bit of the door is made up of plastic. Almost the entire bit of it is plastic, apart from this side, which has some fabric finish, chrome plated door handles, power door controls, piano black finishing on this side, deeper storage space for your water bottle and a few other things. And of course on the sides you have some speakers. Even though they are not the best quality, it gives you some good infotainment. Now the front side of the car looks good. For the 2018-2019 model, they actually look pretty good. Decent design, which personally I would say I have no complaints about. They actually look pretty good. Some nice comfortable seats, especially for a car that is meant for long distance travel or passenger hauling. These seats are actually very comfortable. Even though they are not leather, I think the seats are just fine. Firm or soft material on the seats. The cushions are nice, lumbar supports on the edges. On the lower side you have fabric finishing, different textures though, and of course the seats are also manually adjustable. Manually adjustable seats are actually very practical. Personally for me, manual seats are good because you can adjust them as fast as possible, apart from the electric seats, which you have to wait for a few seconds. The seating style inside here is actually very good. The seats are high enough to allow you to get a clear view of the surrounding. Yeah, the seats are actually very well raised. Some additional features that you have on the seats is the armrests. Yeah, so for the front passenger and the driver, these armrests come in handy. Now let us talk about the dashboard. Starting from the steering wheel, you have a leather wrapped steering wheel, controls for the infotainment system on the left side of the steering wheel. It has adaptive cruise control, beautiful stitches on the steering wheel, your SRS airbags, controls for the headlights, controls for the wipers, and of course you have some beautiful analog clusters for this vehicle. The RPM, eco mode, or the mode that you're driving in, parking brake is activated, 54,000 kilometers mileage, and many other things that of course will be displayed on the clusters. Some nice air vents which fuses with the door nicely, push to start, controls for the vehicle, pre-collision monitoring system, automatic headlights, lane departure assist, and of course you have these buttons to open both the sliding doors. The dashboard is actually very well made, no complaints about it. I think Toyota is doing pretty good in terms of cars like this. A larger infotainment system here, just next to the driver, and of course you have a secondary infotainment system there which will show some information about the vehicle, even though to me it's not very practical. It's just a bit more of information about the vehicle. Now on this other side, on the lower side, we have a center console which houses several things: infotainment system, air vents, a gear shifter for your CVT transmission, of which you can drive this car in manual mode, centralized ACs which are actually very good. I love the fact that you get these physical buttons over here. Storage space over here, maybe for your key fob, driving mode for the car, eco, normal, and sports mode, which is okay. Traction control over there. On the lower side you have two cup holders for the front passengers, and of course on this side some storage space, two USB slots to charge your accessories, and 12-volt output to charge a bit more rough stuff for you. Now on the other part of the dashboard you have a lot of storage space. On the top side there's some space for you, some tray over here, and on the lower side you have a larger glove compartment. As of the passenger seat, you have this nice space. It's actually very good. The front passenger will actually be feeling very comfortable, just like the driver. On the top side of the car you have your rear view mirror, lighting for the interior, which are actually LEDs. That is actually pretty good. I think I like the design that you get here. Storage space for your sunglasses, and of course you have your sun visors on this side, your anchor points at least to hold yourself onto in case some things are not going as planned. At the middle row you have the sliding doors which you can slide from both sides to reveal these two seats. Now this depends actually on the trim level of the car. If you get a car with a 3-seater, there will be a bench design on this side, but since this is a 7-seater, you have two seats at the center. Now you have these two seats which are independent. You have armrest over here, another armrest over there, some of the accessories, manual seat adjustments over here, two cup holders, for the middle passengers, and also you get a tray with 2 cup holders again. So there are a lot of amenities for the backside passengers. On this side also you have this hook which you can use to hang a few things. I don't know how I can open it. You can actually hang some few things inside there. Oh, sorry, on that stuff. So if you're somewhere where you can't get out to access the backside, the front passenger can just get out from that side. You can come all the way here, access the backside, or move out. And then of course we have the third row, which actually seats 3 passengers. The seat splits in a 50-50 configuration, which you can fold them to increase the amount of space on the backside. So yeah, it's a very practical unit. Personally, I think it's one of the best cars that you can purchase, especially if you have a large family, or if you want to do commuting. This is what you can use. A very nice design right there. So it's one of the best cars in the class. I actually love them. And if you need to access the backside, you'll actually have to fold these seats and push it forward. Yeah, so once the seat is pushed all the way to the front, you get some space to access the backside. Let's now talk about the boot section. The boot section is not the largest, but in terms of spacing, it is decent enough. Being a 7-seater, and this being for a family or for commuting services, a little bit of space on the back side for maybe 1 or 2 suitcases and a few other groceries for you. But majorly, this car is meant for family travel. In terms of the engine, we have a 3ZR FAE engine, 2-liter, yeah, from Toyota Motor Corporation. That is the engine that you get in this car. Yeah, so this is the engine bay. This is what I was telling you. The engine is kind of tucked back into the car. It's not here on the front. There's a lot of space here, which is actually pretty good. This is the layout. It's actually nice, very convenient. If you need to do a few things, you can easily access each and everything. So that's it about this Toyota Voxy. If you need more details, photos and all that, you can hit me up. I'll send more details, photos and the best prices. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook, also on TikTok, and kindly go through my webpage, that is Wadeki Auto Trading. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.